Meow. Hello. Good evening, everyone. Good evening. Good evening. Hello, Pop Candy. Give me 1 second and I'll put a burb on my head before I get started. And let me turn on the game as well. Oh, the game is already running, guys. Wow, I planned ahead today. I didn't even know I did. Wow. That's crazy. Wow. The game was already prepared for me. I get. And also, look, my bot works from the beginning. Wow, guys, I'm so prepared today. That's so crazy. That's so amazing. I'm actually prepared. I'm ready to do a stream. It's crazy, man. I have no idea how that's a thing. But thank you for giving me your approval. But hello, good evening. I hope you guys are doing well. We are going to be finishing up the game today. No matter what happens, I'm going to be playing until I finish this game. If there's multiple endings, then I'm going to have to do that when I get back from Japan. Hello. Should I call you Chi or should I call you Pop? Should I call you Candy? Which would you prefer? Also, hello, baby. Hello, baby. And hello, Ged. I hope you guys are all having a wonderful evening or morning, depending on where you are. I know it's morning for Ged. Well, it depends on your view of things. If you're staying up, it's still technically night. And because you say good night when you're going to bed, even if it's morning. Good night, everybody. You don't say good morning when you're about to go to bed. Either way. Pop is fine. I'll call you Pop. Alright, let's turn down our little fantasy music. And we'll get into the game today. And get to this funky little beat over here. Hopefully everything is going well. Let's see. We have... two more chapters to do. And we're gonna finish them all tonight, and that's a lot of it. We're gonna get this shit done tonight. We're gonna get this done tonight, and we're gonna finally beat Ghost Trick. It only took me 7 streams. I had to end early a couple times, so that's probably what took me so long. I probably could have gotten done a little bit quicker if I had more time with those streams. Either way, let's move my mic so it's closer to my face. Lynn kept her promise about getting me hooked up. About 2 hours before dawn, the phone rang. Hello? This is Jode. This is Jode. Sissel, are you listening? We need your powers. No time to talk. We'll be waiting for you. Control room. It's okay. It only took 16 years to figure out how to get the Moon Pearl in Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past. I don't know what that is. Well, you better get going. This long night is drawing to an end. Yeah, it looks like it. Thank you for all your help tonight. I'm the one who should be thanking you. At the un- at the other end of the phone line. I'm finally gonna find all my answers. I better go. A single telephone line connects me to the other Sissel. That single line spreads out like a spider's web to ensnare the fates of many people. And I just reached the center of the web. Welcome to the Yanoa. Detective Jode. Oh, it's the Russian man that I chose. My detective sense must have gotten rusty. I didn't even sense your presence here in the dark. That's because I switched the power to my mask off, Detective Jode. I use your phone. Hope you don't mind. Egad, I never thought you'd track us here, especially seeing as you're a death row inmate. And I'm equally surprised about your choice of transportation. A submarine, eh? But how did you find us, my man? Not even the police knew whether you know was going to surface, confound it. We detectives have a little saying. There's something you want to know about. If there's something you want to know about a case, I ask the criminals. The bullet the man in red was shot with had a radio transmitter in it. I have a little something for you. Cabanella's given me some pretty weird presents in the past. They always prove useful. This one was a radio receiver. Made it look like a pocket watch. Yes, Inspector Cabanella. I hear he's an excellent investigator. By the way, where's the man in red? I know he's somewhere on this submarine. Ah, Cecil, you mean? You. You can relax. There's nothing but his shell. His shell, huh? His spirit isn't here right now. Most likely, right about now, he's controlling your daughter. Please, I beg you, let my daughter go. If you need a hostage, take me. Just please, let her go. Ah. There's something our nation needs. Cecil has it. That's all we care about, my man. Nothing else matters. However, it would appear Cecil has underestimated us. He's left behind his precious bargaining chip here. Bargaining chip? Our nation has already researched it. This product that Cecil has to offer, the source of his powers. What? What in the world was that? The Temsic fragment. The Temsic fragment. It gives spirits special powers. And now our deal with Cecil is concluded, as far as we're concerned. What are you talking about? Just, what a mistake to make, right at the most critical moment. Now then, Detective Jude. Farewell. What in the world? The whole room just vanished. Detective Jode, where did he go? What now? I think I heard an explosion somewhere. In any case, Lynn and the little lady should be here somewhere. I smell danger. I better find them, and fast. So you're here, huh? It's Missile! Yes, I think even I remember who you are by now. What do you suppose that shock was a minute ago? I have no idea, of course. I'm just a little sheltered apartment dog. Well, with my loss of memory, I can't say I'm much better. My boy, my sweet baby boy. Anyway, let's hurry up and go save Miss Lynn and Miss Camilla. Do you think that trusty nose of yours can sniff them out? I'm sorry to say I don't think I can. Why did I even bother to ask? But you do have the power to swap objects. So let's go find that lady detective and the little lady together. You got it! The telephone is ringing. Wow! It's Miss Camilla, I just know it. My trusty nose is practically screaming it at me. I think you call that more of a hunch. Anyway, let's get to that phone before it stops ringing. You bet! Oop. Swappy, swappy. Gonna miss Missile so much when the game's over. Me too. I think I just heard another little explosion in the distance. Got a bad feeling about this. Sissel, look! That black hello? It came off the hook. Uh-oh, I better answer it fast. Hello? Is anyone there? It's her, the little lady. It's Sissel. Where are you? Somebody, please answer. I guess she can't hear my voice. You too, huh? Oh, good. I thought she was ignoring me. Somebody help me. Lynn is... She said Lynn. Miss Lynn! We better hurry. Let's go, Sissel. It's no use. Nobody's answering. Well, Lynn is dead again. Miss Camilla! And... Miss Lynn! Oh, poor Miss Lynn! Yeah, she can't seem to catch a break. It looks like another tragedy has happened. Sorry to keep you waiting, little lady. Sissy, I know you come. Miss Camilla! Miss Camilla! And Missile too. I'm so glad to see you're alright. Well, I wouldn't say I'm alright exactly. Hey, wait a minute. Missile, your voice. I think I remember hearing it somewhere before. What? My voice? That's right. Camilla's a corn now, so that means... She did hear Missile's voice before when he saved her that time. So that was you, wasn't it, Missile? You're the one who saved me in the park tonight. Thank you. Miss Camilla, I'm so glad I was born your little doggy. Hey, Missile, could you stay here and watch over your mistress for a while? Huh? But don't you need my powers? I'll see what I can do on my own for a little while. After all, you're the only one who can protect her. Okay, I'll do it! Thank you, Missile. I wonder what happened this time. I better go talk to the little lady a little more. And then... Better do something about the detective lady. Can I talk to you for a minute? Yes, sissy? You're Blackout. Thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the party. Could you tell me what happened to you? Oh, you poor thing. I wish you the best in whatever life you choose to live. And I hope that everything that you ever cared about crumbles to ash in your mouth. Anyway. Sorry. Why am I so mean? Anyway. Yeah, I'm good. I love Missile. What happened after I last saw you at your old house? Oh, let's see. After that, I think I fell asleep. I woke up to the sound of an engine. So she was already in the submarine by then, huh? I thought to myself, I have to escape. Next thing I knew, I found myself in this big room. I was so tired, I couldn't move. And then... Camilla! I was so relieved. I don't remember what happened after that. She must have passed out. Poor thing. You've been through so much. You were very brave. I think Lynn's probably been through more than me. You've both been brave. Oh, Cicely, you're here. Lynn, what in the world happened here? I don't know. Huh? I just sort of blacked out all of a sudden. Next thing I know, I was dead. Yeah, I guess you wouldn't know in that case. And where's Detective Jode? Is he alright? I don't know. Huh? The room he was just in disappeared all of a sudden. Now, it's all making even less sense than before. After we left the super's office, we followed the man in the red. We tracked him with that radio transmitter Inspector Cabanella fired into him with the bullet. The man in red took a boat out for the sea in a small harbor on the edge of town. Detective Jode and I managed to secretly stow away on his boat. Then we sneaked onto the submarine with him when it surfaced. Before long, the submarine dove back down again. Detective Jode and I decided to split up. We'd take care of the telephone line, and I would look for Camilla. I found Camilla hiding here in the engine room. She had escaped and run away here. Wow, that's quite an adventure. What happened next? I don't know. Huh? There was a flash of white all of a sudden. Next thing I know, I was dead. Oh boy, it sounds like it'd be quicker to see for myself. That's my dogs. I want a Pomeranian. I want to name them Missile. Camilla, are you okay? Camilla? Hello, Lynn. Hello. Hello, Lynn. Or is it Detective now? It's been 10 years since we last met. Are you really that man from the park 10 years ago? Well, let's just use my normal voice for this. Well, I see there's no need to introduce myself. Give Camilla back! She has nothing to do with any of this. Afraid I can't do that. This is my last chance. The phone is ringing. It's not for me. Nobody ever calls the dead. The fact that you're here means that my revenge plan has failed. Revenge plan? It didn't happen tonight, did it? It's execution. Well, knowing him, I half expected as much. That's why I was waiting here like this, waiting for him to show up. Wouldn't it be just what he wanted, to be executed by his own daughter? I heard about 10 years ago. I feel sorry about what happened to you. But revenge? Nobody could possibly know. What in the world? An explosion? Uh-oh. Got a bad feeling about this. Have I been had? Look out! Revenge, huh? That's a feeling I just can't understand. Of course not. You're not him. She's right. I'm not him, am I? He was going to shoot Detective Jode as Camilla when he came to rescue her. It's just too horrible. Anyway, let's bring you back to life. Again. You didn't have to add the again part. So let's see. The cause of the death this time was that mysterious explosion. You're pretty up for a dead woman. You know how detectives love a good mystery? It's like a shot of vitamins. What do you mean for a dead woman? Anyway, I guess we should look for a way to stop that explosion. Alright, let's do this thing. Finding clues like this is a dose of minerals to a detective. I'm afraid with my memory loss, I have no idea what vitamins or minerals are. Yep. Alright. We skip this little bit of dialogue. We wait until they point the gun. Phone's ringing. Maybe when we answer the phone... Yep, okay, she's pointing. Check time. Yep. It's no use, I can't get the line to work. That's funny. I thought I could use the phone in the past if somebody was calling. What are you talking about? The receiver has to be off the hook first, silly. Well, don't look at me. I can't do it. I don't have any hands or feet right now. Somebody please answer the phone. You want something done, you have to do it yourself. Hey, we somehow managed to knock down the receiver. Somehow manage? Who's to say that's not how I planned it? Come on, hurry. Now's your chance to get on the phone. It might be Detective Jode. She's right. I better check it out. Hello? Anybody there? Is anyone still there? Get yourself here on the double. We're about to head out. Speak up. Why don't you answer? Anyway, come if you're coming. We're leaving. So it must be true what they say. But there are restless ghosts on board. That does it. I promise to turn it over a new leaf, Mom. Who's he calling restless ghosts? Well, it's true. Neither of us are really resting in peace. Anyway, looks like the sub just lost one of its crew. Huh. Guess that means the fate of this sub has changed slightly. Cecil has underestimated us. He's left behind his precious bargaining chip here. Bargaining chip? It's Detective Jode! What's going on there? I saw this little deal go down once before. In just a moment, the man in red is about to get his Temsic fragment taken away. I don't get it. What's happening? They decided to conclude the deal without the other party present. Manager's going to go ahead and steal the Temsic fragment. Huh? But that's cheating! I think we have more important things to think about right now. Where's the Temsic fragment going to go? Let's see where you're going. Ah, the Temsic fragment. You're mine at last. The objective has been achieved. Now we detach the control room as planned. Yes, sir. Farewell, sir. Sissel, what just happened? The whole room just appeared with Detective Jode in it. Don't worry, Lynn. But Detective Jode can take care of himself. The main thing right now is rescuing you and the little lady. I can't believe this is happening. Now then, I'd better hurry along before Sissel discovers what he'd lost and comes after me. The Yanoa will be his coffin. May I lie buried here in the deep sea forever. Farewell, Sissel. Ah, so that's the cause about the giant explosion. Huh? What is? Don't tell me that's another thing you've forgotten. The torpedo! It's like, well, you heard of a missile before, haven't you? Yeah, sure. But a different missile comes readily to mind. It looks like he plans to sink the submarine with that thing. This is not good. We have to do something before that torpedo is fired. We can't let it launch. Well, what can we do? Let's just get to the torpedo as fast as we can. We can find a way to stop it somehow. Somehow? A true detective never gives up. Well, we certainly can't just ignore it. There's no time. It's gonna launch. Don't worry. We can still find a way to stop it. What? How? Even if the torpedo does launch, we just have to stop it from detonating, right? There's still something we could do. I hope. Why was the I hope at the end the strongest part of the sentence? Okay, here goes. Oh no, the little mouse. I came along for the ride without giving it too much thought. But was this really the best move? I think so. We just have to keep it from going off, right? I'm sure this poor little rat will thank us too. How in the world did it get in here? This poor little rat. Do you know how a torpedo works? No, I can't say I do. Wow, detectives sure know a lot. I saw it explained once in a book. On impact, the fuse in the tip is depressed. That in turn sets off the detonator. The detonator, huh? That must be that red button. How do we stop it? They didn't explain anything about that in the book. Wow, detectives sure know a lot. Or not. I think these outside parts are supposed to be weights of some sort. The spinning black things, right? Apparently, their spinning helps the torpedo maintain its balance. It must be pretty heavy. I wonder if we can use one of these weights to our advantage somehow. This looks like just the thing. We clamp this thing on the fuse, it's just keep it from moving. So what does that mean exactly? It means we might be able to stop the torpedo from exploding with this. I have to admit, I don't understand all the details, but I do want to give it a try. Well, before we do that, looks like we have to get something out of the way first, huh? Damn rat! Damn rat! That rat is crazy. How we get him to move? Yep. Oh, I did it. Oh, that was easy. Great, we dumped a little creature off. Wow, those weights were heavy enough to turn the whole torpedo over. Now for the safety device. Right. Wow, that was it. There, we clamped the safety device on. We did it! That should keep the torpedo from exploding. But there's just one problem. Problem? What's that? The torpedo's still going to impact. We can't do anything about that. Uh-oh. What was that noise? Looks like the torpedo still hit the submarine. But it looks like the submarine is still okay. This changes everyone's fate, including the little rats. Sissel, we did it! Woo! What's the matter? You still look unhappy. Stop the torpedo from blowing up. We're still open a gaping hole in the submarine. Huh, you're right. I guess that's just what missiles do. They're unstoppable. Am I hearing things? Anyway, I guess we'd better get back to the present as quickly as we can. Right, I'm worried about Camilla. That was a lot more simpler than I thought. I managed to stop death for now, but it hasn't disappeared altogether. Now slowly but surely filling the room. Uh-oh. Water seeping through the hole where the torpedo hit. Gotta get him out of here. Better go meet up with Lynn. Lights went out, but the machine still works, apparently. A brief, easier section to give you a break. Oh, yay. Fortunately, I guess I won't run for very long. Maybe we can use this movement to help me create a path. I was gonna do that until you decided to talk, Sissel. Better hurry over to Lynn. It's not safe to stay here. I just don't have the power to stop that water from coming in. Lynn. Camilla, you're awake. How do you feel? I'm so sorry. I'm sorry I pointed that gun at you. Don't worry about that. That wasn't you. Miss Camilla! Oh, Missile, you're here. Oh, poor Miss Camilla. Miss Lynn, what should we do? We had to get out of here before any more water comes in. Sis will be here along any second. I knew Sissy would come. And Missy is here too. I'm so happy everyone's going to be with me now. Camilla! Miss Camilla! I'll get you out of here. If it's the last thing I do. Oh, I think I'm going to cry. Or whimper, as the case may be. Better send a signal to Lynn that I'm here. Or it's too late. Okay, I said I'd get you out of here, Camilla. But it's so dark, I can barely see. Now what? Out of ideas already, huh? Think she's asking for my help. I should send her a signal. Oh, look at that flashlight. It's Cecil. He's here. Up you go. I'm glad you're here, Cecil. Sorry for the wait. Looks like this room is going to fill up with water fast. We better get out that door as quick as we can. We won't be getting out that door, I'm afraid. The water pressure is too great already. I can't open it. What? What does water pressure mean? Think of it as the force of the water holding the door closed. The water level keeps getting higher and higher in here. So the only way out here is up, huh? Exactly. Okay, got it. Let's look for a path that goes up. Hey, look at that ladder. I wonder if we can get it down somehow. Good idea. Let's try it. Oh, and by the way. Yeah? I can't swim. I can't swim. Neither can Camilla. Don't you have any good news for me? Let me think about it. In the meantime, could you hurry, please? Interesting. So that's stuff there. Oh, there we go. You did it, Cecil. Thanks. Eek! Oh, God. What was that? Looks like the water seeping in is the only thing we have to worry about. Huh? Cecil, the flashlight doesn't work anymore. Hey, don't get mad at me. Maybe the contacts are bad or something. Hey, I know. You can fix it with your powers. Okay, now that's just taking things too far. Oh, hey! Great! Did you used to be an electrician in your past life or something? That's a cruel question, considering the circumstances. Now all we have to do... Let's get that door and we're safe. Well, nothing can ever go easy, can it? Nothing is ever easy. Ow. What happened now? Looks like the submarine decided to go over Europe on its hind legs. Can't believe we're still okay after that fall. Either we're really lucky, or we're dead and we just haven't realized it yet. Come on now, as if the latter could be true. What now? The water sure is rising fast. Come on. You just have to go up to the top. Let's see how I can help with my ghost tricks. Yep, redeem the last one, and I'll do them right now, man. Oh boy. Thanks, Min. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Thanks, Min. Anyway. Let's see how I can help with my ghost tricks. Well, I think I see a familiar flame over there.
Sissel, there you are! How's it going?
How's it going? I'd say it was going pretty badly. You do understand how dangerous this situation is, don't you?
Of course, after all, just ask anybody who knows me about how much I hate taking a bath.
Maybe he's been in danger of drowning before himself. Okay, ready to create a path for these ladies?
Of course.
Let's see. Jesus Christ.
These pistons are sticking out right in front of me. It's almost like they're taunting me. Maybe it's a challenge?
I was just thinking, it might just be that. Think you can climb them?
If I was holding Camilla, I probably could do it easily. Cecile, you're not telling Miss Lynn to leave Miss Camilla behind, are you?
Could you just be quiet for a minute, Missile? These pistons sure look like they could be used to our advantage. Let's see, does this work?
These pistons it's like they're suddenly pressuring me to climb them. I doubt they're doing that, Miss Lynn.
It looks like how much the pistons thrust out. It's related to how large the fans are.
Hey, Sissel, my arms are full, but my legs are free. You just move these pistons so it's a little bit easier to climb. I think you could do it.
Okay. So in order to do that, we need 3 different sizes of fans. I think I know where to find it. There we go. That should do it. There, how about that?
Wow, this is great. You made a staircase for me.
You better hurry. I don't think that water's gonna wait for you. Oh boy.
Ouch. Now the steam is getting all in the way. It's too hot to get through.
What?
And there's no way to go around either. I think you can you do something? Of course we can.
We have to. I think I know what I need to do here, at least.
Look at this. If I swap the pipes.
It changes how the steam comes out, huh?
Oh, I get it, because the cracks in each pipe are different.
So each pipe sprays out its steam in a different way, huh? But that'll come in handy. Then that one, that one.
Here comes that water again. Oh, I wish I could drink it all up for you. No, Missile, it's too salty.
Uh-oh. I think this is a more relevant point that he's dead, so he can't drink it.
Whatever, just do something about the steam. Leave it to me, Miss Lynn. Thanks, Missile.
So by closing the valve, I shut off the steam flow to that first pipe. Jesus Christ. Is there anything else I can do here? I need something where it just doesn't give off steam up top. Oh, God.
Oh no, the water's getting really close now. Not that I can see all that well with the steam here.
Missile, will you switch the pipes around so you can get across?
That's right, don't give up, Miss Lynn. My back is really starting to hurt. Oh, I did it? There, how does that look? It looks great! All that horrible steam is cleared out of the way. Okay, it's not that far now. Try to move forward. Ouch. I did it? I can't believe I did it. Wow, by accident too. Look up there! If I could just make it to that door, we can escape! Now, how in the world am I supposed to get up there? Don't yell at me. If you want to yell, you can yell at me. My soul. How can I yell at you when you're so sweet about it? I think you just did. Let's look for something you can pull Miss Lynn up with. Yeah, something to whisk Miss Lynn up and glide her over ever so gently to the top with. Hey, are you being sarcastic? Alright, now this is what I'm talking about. Okay, raise away. Uh-oh. This isn't good. Okay. Sorry, I can't do it. Open it, hurry. Is that any way to ask for something? It's no use. I can't budge. It must be stuck. Oh no. Uh-oh. No! Uh-huh. What just happened? I can't believe my eyes. Lynn and the little lady suddenly vanished, leaving only darkness and seawater. The submarines continue to sink down into the deep, deep sea. I still want to try to make my way up as far as possible. I still want to head up, though, find a single ray of light. Light to illuminate the truth at the bottom of this deep, deep darkness. What the heck? An ad starts in a minute. So, this is a perfect time to take a break. Water. Either way, we will take a small break. And we'll be back after ads are done. So, I will see you guys in about, like, 3 minutes, I think. I'll be right back.
I've returned. Hello. Hello, I'm back. Alright, well, let's finish this up. Let's get this done. Got this. Last chapter, I think. I hope. Yep, that was the last chapter. The up-ended submarine continues to sink slowly but surely. A long, long journey to the bottom of the sea. Lynn and the little lady found the darkness and salt water closing in on them. At the very last second, something saved them. Al looks down at them quietly. My head is filled with one giant question. What in the world is this thing? So you managed to survive, detective.
Hey, you're...
Excuse my appearance. I seem to have lost my body. Oh, and you there. You're the ghost who's been saving Lynn all evening, aren't you?
You knew about me all along?
Of course. Why else would it... What else would explain all those unnatural things happening?
If you knew, how come you didn't do anything about it all the time? And how come you decided to save us all of a sudden? I thought you wanted to get revenge on us.
I don't really know.
Please, you gotta tell me. I need to know. Who in the world are you? Sissel, look at you. What happened? I can't hold on to that image of myself any longer.
You can't remember who you are.
That's right. I came all this way tonight trying to chase down my lost memory. For quite a bit tonight, I thought it was you, Sissel.
Sissel? My name isn't Sissel. I bet you'll remember really soon. Who you are and who I am too.
What?
The man in front of me is not me. I'm even further away from the truth. Or maybe not. Something is stirring in my mind. A memory about to emerge.
Do I know this man? Now that I shed my image of myself, I feel like I'm one step closer to the truth.
They got us good. It's all over for this submarine. Its engine room is destroyed, there's a hole in the hull, and it's sinking as we speak.
What are you doing here? I thought you had to deal with those people.
They betrayed me. I was a fool to trust them. They already have what they wanted now.
The Temsic fragment.
I didn't know they had it all figured out.
You mean they figured out the source of your powers?
Yeah, that meteorite's radiation has two effects on living creatures. It gives power and time.
If you don't mind, we'd like to hear more.
The radiation's power effect. These 10 years, I've been watching that junkyard superintendent do his research. I think I've kinda got it some figured out. The meteorite's radiation gives spirits special powers.
Like possessing and manipulating objects. And in my case, swapping objects.
Exactly. Apparently, there are individual differences in the powers we get. It seems these powers change as time goes by.
They do?
Yeah, my powers have changed over these past 10 years. At first, I could only manipulate small living creatures. Now, then, how do you suppose we got these powers? It's simple.
It is? How then?
In a nutshell, we died while exposed to the energy emitted by the meteorite into radiation.
What? That's what it does? Dying while being exposed to radiation?
On that day, 10 years ago. A fragment of that meteorite pierced my heart, and I died. So, of course, I received special powers.
Hey, wait a minute. Is that how I got my powers too? You know, you might be right. Aren't the Temsic remnants still right there in the park? At the bottom of that crater? You're right. So, that must mean I must have died in the presence of meteorite radiation too.
The radiation's time effect. Another effect that the meteorite's radiation has on us is that it gives us time. Again, I think this time effect is centered around the theme of death, but it's not all that clear. So the fact that I can return to 4 minutes before a person's death is another effect of that meteorite? One of the characteristics of that meteorite is ability to replay the moment of death.
Replay the moment of death? Ah, this is so strange and confusing. I can't take it all in. It makes about as much sense to me as anything else.
Yeah, strange and confusing. It just about sums up the object that pierced my body that day. Thanks to that meteorite fragment, my very existence is a contradiction. What do you mean? That day, when the fragment pierced my heart, I lost my life. However, because it remained inside me, that fragment continued to constantly regenerate my body. In other words, my body was continuously cycling between the moments that separated my life and death.
What?
My body's vital functions stopped 10 years ago. My body's time is perpetually stopped at that moment just before death.
Time just stopped, huh?
So I just simply existed, not really alive and not really dead. That pretty much sums up these last 10 years for me, ever since that incident in the park. My body hasn't aged a day. My hair hasn't grown an inch.
Come to think of it, that old pigeon guy mentioned something. He said that he couldn't cut this guy's body with a scalpel. So, I guess as soon as the incision was made, his body would be regenerated. Wow.
Before I left this country, I wanted to do one thing. I want to get revenge on everyone who stole our lives.
Our lives?
As part of the deal, I made those guys promise to cooperate.
Cooperate? You mean the kidnapping?
It all went fine. I manipulated the Justice Minister and made him issue the execution order. But I thought he might call off the execution at the last second.
So that's why you wanted his daughter kidnapped. But they kidnapped the wrong girl.
Little did I know, they had their own reasons for cooperating with me.
Huh?
Their objective was to wipe out everyone who had to do with Temsic. Detective Jode was such a person, so they were happy to cooperate. Inspector Cabanel and that junkyard super, they were slated to be wiped out too. And as it turns out, I was one of their targets as well. So they stole my Temsic fragment, and here I am. But they had one more final target. You, detective.
Me?
If you weren't there in the park that day 10 years ago, I would have never thought of doing something as stupid as taking a hostage.
Okay. But I was just a little kid playing in the park.
Yeah, I know.
Huh?
10 years later, you'd become a detective looking into Jode's case. Tonight, I invited you to a quiet spot at the edge of town. It was a trap, you see. I told you who I was. You never saw my face that day 10 years ago, so of course you didn't recognize me. I took possession of you to make you shoot me. Your subconscious resisted me. Such incredible power. It was the first time I wasn't able to control somebody completely. The aim was off and the first shot missed its mark. The junkyard was equipped with security cameras. I knew you'd be wanted for murder. That was my plan, anyway. But they had other ideas. They simply wanted you wiped out. Then, something threw a big monkey wrench into their scheme. I showed up. I was supposed to meet up with them after that. Then something went wrong.
What happened?
My body disappeared. Aha. The Inspector in White was responsible for that one. My precious bargaining chip was in that body. I had to get it back, no matter what. That Inspector caused me no end of trouble.
But why were those people targeting me? I never even heard of the Temsik meteorite.
Because you were looking into the Jove case. I thought you would find out about Temsik sooner or later.
Whew.
And that's pretty much the whole story. The only thing left to do now is wait for the water pressure to crush this submarine.
Oh no.
There are no cores that link from here to the water surface.
I have an idea. We hook up to the phone line and...
There are no communication cables down this deep. They're meant for the submarine to be my coffin. Coffin for the dead. There's no escape.
I think I kind of understand now. What you've been feeling all these 10 years.
You... what?
This feeling, cut off from the world, all alone in a submarine, sinking slowly towards the bottom of an endless sea. This must be how you felt all along. Lynn? Camilla! Is it true? We're stuck here? What? If my dad was here, I bet he'd save us.
Oh, don't make me cry. Oh, God. Don't make me cry right now.
Oh, Camilla, I'm so sorry.
That's funny. What is it, Sissel? There's something I don't understand. Why would they go to all the trouble of detaching the control room? What? Why didn't they just steal the Temsik fragment and escape if that's what they wanted? Why did they jettison your body off into the sea? That's a good question. I guess it doesn't matter why now. We'll never find it again. We have no idea where it was launched to.
Wait a minute. Yes, we do. This will tell us where Detective Jode is.
That present from the Inspector in White.
That's right. Detective Jode told me to hold on to it for him. And the bullet is still in the person's body in the command room, right? Then we should be able to tell exactly where it is with this.
But even if we find out where it is, how do we get there?
We should be able to figure something out between the three of us. With our powers, right, Miss Lynn? Right. Oh, and wait a minute. What about a torpedo?
A torpedo?
In any case, it's too early to give up.
Looks like Detective Jode is our last hope.
Come on, let's get started.
Why is this machine shoving grapes at me?
Well, this looks like the private cabin of the top officer, doesn't it? This machine is probably for feeding him grapes while he lies on his bed. Oh, that sounds... Oh, it sounds heavenly!
I've been thinking about this for a while now. Don't you think that country use of technology is just a little bit off? Says the guy who made a deal with said country.
Anyway, it looks like the arm of this machine is a bit busted. So his shell is definitely there in the command room, right? Just without the fragment?
It's there, yeah, but I don't know about calling it a shell.
Detective Joe's watches still tell us exactly where it is.
Right, he said it was a radio receiver, didn't he? There might be another torpedo in the submarine.
If we use it, we can get to Detective Jode.
That's a brilliant plan, Detective.
You think so?
So what are you gonna do? Ride on top of the torpedo?
Of course not. You guys are going to go.
Darn, I kinda wanted to see that.
Do you want to see me drown? Okay, what do we do now?
We go find the command room that was launched somewhere into the sea.
What? How? Just to let you know, I don't like water very much.
According to Lynn, the key to our plan is a torpedo. Kind of a missile.
Missile? You have a missile right here.
I don't think she's talking about that kind of a missile. Now then, where did we see another torpedo?
So, my dad isn't here on the submarine.
Don't worry, we're going to get him right now.
Okay. I hope I didn't hurt Lynn's feelings. What I said about my dad saving us if he was here. Oh, don't worry about that. Comments like that just roll off Miss Lynn's back. She's really thick-skinned.
Ouch.
I'm gonna start being tougher too. I want to make my dad proud of me. Miss Camilla.
I'm sure your dad is very proud of you, Camilla.
The torpedo room, huh?
There might be another torpedo that left there. I'll go check it out.
Oh, I get it. You're gonna use a missile to ram the control room.
Well, I don't know about ram. We don't want to blow up Detective Jode up, but something like that.
We'll climb up the torpedo room too. Up is definitely safer.
Okay, I'll see you there then.
It looks like the torpedoes can be launched manually with these two switches. There are two tubes, so this one so there should be one more left. I guess the first thing we have to do is load it into the tube. When it comes to missiles, you can count on me. I'll enter the coordinates of the command room into the torpedo. And I'll just turn on the backup power. We ought to be able to use the switches now.
Okay, let's try it.
Good luck! What happened to these two ladies?
I think that's up to us and our powers.
What?
There's no time to be standing around, unsure of ourselves. Will you lend me your strength missile?
Me? Of course I will. Count on it.
How's it going there?
I'm just calculating the command room's coordinates now. I have to put in the slight offset though. Don't want to blow it up.
I'm sure Detective Jode would appreciate that.
Well, leave this to me. Good luck with loading the missile.
Okay, thanks. Switch won't budge. Maybe it's broken? I don't think the entire device is broken, though. Probably just work if I can move this switch. Just have to find a way to move it somehow. I can't do it with my powers alone. There we go. There we go. That torpedo looks serviceable.
All set on this end, too. Something's odd.
What is?
The command room. It looks like it's slowly sinking.
Sinking?
Yeah, it's completely run out of power. I wonder what happened.
I don't know, but I guess I'll find out.
Right, okay, hop into the missile. I'll launch it for you.
Okay, thanks.
I've already set the torpedo's course. It'll head towards the command room where Detective Jode is. 12 seconds after launching, it'll pass by the command room for an instant. That instant will be your window of opportunity to jump over to the command room.
Okay, got it. Then we'll have to find a way to come back and save you. That'll probably be my last task tonight. Just hold on until we get back. Okay, come on, Missile. Missile?
I'm sorry, I can't go.
What?
I just can't. How can I leave? Can't leave Miss Lynn and Miss Camilla behind. I can't do it.
Missile.
I swapped the switches to the missile so the missile can be launched. You'll have to do the rest, Sissel.
Damn. I can't do it either. Can't ask Missile to come with me after that. I understand exactly how he feels.
I want you to go, Missile.
What?
But, Miss Lynn... You staying here won't change our fate. But if you go with Sissel, we might be able to make something happen, and that's our only hope. But what if that something doesn't happen? I'll never get to see you again. Never, never again. Even I can understand that. I couldn't stand that. Don't worry, Missile. Miss Camilla? Just know that you and Sissy can make something happen. I believe in you. I'll be right here waiting for you. We'll see each other again. Don't worry. Miss Camilla!
I'm gonna cry.
That's a good boy, Missile. Now, are you ready? Remember, it's 12 seconds after I throw this switch.
We're ready.
Sissel?
Yeah?
We never found out who you really were. But that doesn't matter now. All I know it is, I'm truly glad I met you tonight. Thank you for everything.
I'm glad I met you, Detective.
We're going to see each other again, right, Sissy? Right, Missile?
That's right. You promised, little lady.
Of course we will! I'll never forget you. No matter what happens.
I'm gonna cry. I'm crying already. Here goes then.
Good luck, friend.
Oh, God. I'm tearing up. Legit. Those 12 seconds are lasting an eternity. I tried to think of a way to save Lynn and the little lady the whole time. But how can a ray of light of hope, a ray of light of hope, reach this far down deep into the sea? Before I could think of an answer, the 12 seconds are up. Hi, Yami! Hello, everybody! Thank you so much for the raid! We're about to finish up this game. It's called Ghost Trick. We're literally at the last bit of the game. So, thank you so much for coming. Remy Neko, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the party. Let me give you a shout out. Let's just go find out what you were doing. You were playing art. I hope you wanted art. Oh no, I love this game, but I'll cry if I watch it. Don't worry, I'm already crying. I'm already crying. I hope you had a fun time doing art. Yeah, I'm already crying. it's getting emotional already. Everything is painful. Oh, it's a good game though. I've only played it 4 times. This is my first ever playthrough, so I'm glad that I can experience it for the first time. It's been a great game so far. I'm really happy I got to play it. All right, let's see what happened here. Set the Jode.
I bet that big masked man did this. I'm going to bite him.
You better not. You might break your teeth. Command room has lost power and is sinking. So I don't know what this masked man is going to do.
Let's talk to Detective Jode.
Have a good lurk, Yami. Sorry for the wait, Detective Jode. Who are you? Are you Sissel? Please, excuse my appearance. Can't believe you made it here. How's Camilla? And what about Lynn? Well, it's kind of a long story. I told Detective Jode about everything that happened on the submarine Genoa. So the submarine is badly damaged? Why would he do that in his own submarine? I wish I knew. I know the answer to that one. It's because he's afraid of my powers. You followed us? I didn't even notice. It's been 10 long years, Detective Jode. Are you Yamil? So, you remember me, do you? How could I possibly forget? So that's your real name, huh? Yamil? That's right. Those people on Yanoa were calling you Sissel? That's just an alias I was using for my deal with them. I didn't see any need to tell them my real name. Could you do me a favor? Would you let me ask you some questions? I've been trying to find out my true identity all night. Sure, go ahead. I'm sure there's plenty, but there's still plenty we could still tell you, right, Detective Jode? Right. 10 years ago, you were a top systems engineer, weren't you?
Systems engineer? What's that? By the way, I'm a top Pomeranian, you know.
Well, it's kind of hard to explain to a dog, but it's a person who's good at using computers. I don't mean to brag, but I was one of the best in the industry. That's how I got roped into joining that project.
Project? What project?
It was a project aimed at reorganizing the nation's top secret information. The goal was to build a new system using multidimensional programming theory. I was asked to join the project by an agent of the government.
It doesn't sound like something a top Pomeranian would know anything about.
To me, it just sounded like another challenging job. However, this project was also a target of a secret plot. But you can imagine the type of crime this nation's top secret might attract. I never thought for the life of me I'd ever have to deal with spies. It was never made public, but every organization in the country moved on this one. And then, one day, the name of a certain programmer emerged as a suspect. I was the guy who built the core of the system. The police arrested you, and then that incident happened. He escaped from interrogation room and took little Lynn as a hostage. By the way, Detective Jode, when was it that I was proven innocent? About 6 months after your death. So sorry, Yamil. 10 years ago. My soul was split from my body, and I lost everything. I was sealed in eternal darkness. I existed in this world, no question about that. Nobody noticed my presence. What good were my powers? They didn't help anybody. Not even the passage of time could heal my pain. In fact, it only made it worse. wanted to disappear, but I wasn't even allowed to do that. The way Lynn described is exactly right. Sinking slowly toward the bottom of an endless sea. An overwhelming feeling of loneliness and despair. I wanted all of you to suffer what I was suffering. And so, that's why you murdered Alma. That's right. I want you to know that it was what it was like to lose everything you cared about. I wanted you to feel the same pain I felt. What? It was a twisted wish of a mind poisoned by infinite loneliness. And then, as I was plotting my revenge, I had an idea. I came up with a plan to use these powers of mine to make a deal. There's something I just don't understand about that deal. I'm sure your powers would be very valuable to them, but what would you get out of the deal? A new life. Life. I asked them for 2 conditions. Number 1 was that they would help me with my revenge plot, and the second was a rebirth for me. Rebirth. A new beginning, huh? I didn't care if it was a fake life, an artificial life. I just wanted a physical receptacle for my soul, a name, an identity, an everyday life. I want to grow old in a society that would accept me. Finally, I want to die surrounded by a loving family. That's the kind of life I asked them for. A completely man-made life. That's right. I knew I couldn't hope for anything more than that. To make it all come true, I knew it would take a lot of money and a lot of power. That's why I decided to ask a national government to help me. And their response, in the end, was betrayal. They were making their moves much more carefully than I suspected. Sent spies to this country and researched my powers on their own. And they even figure out what Temsic was all about. And you had no idea they were doing all this? Not at all. I was a fool. So then, why did they go all the trouble of making a deal with you? Why didn't they just steal the hunk of Temsic meteorite in the park? They couldn't. Huh? After the manipulator incidents, research was conducted in this country too. A report was submitted by the government about the source of the manipulator's power. By Inspector Cabanel and that old pigeon guy, huh? At first, the government didn't believe the report. But then they decided to put the park under surveillance, just in case. Surveillance, huh? It just looks like an ordinary peaceful park, but there are armed agents there at all times. Don't tell me that odd leaflet guy is one of them. No, not him. He's just a plain old odd person. That park is like a silent battlefield on an international scale. So that's why they couldn't steal the Temsic meteorite. And lately, under the pretense of building a housing site, they've been working on plans to destroy that park in order to secure the Temsic meteorite. So that's it, huh? So the upshot of your grand deal was this, huh? Yeah, that's the ending I deserve. And at least there's one thing you must be happy about. What's that? You managed to seal me away at the bottom of the sea forever. Well, shall we get started? Started with what? Bringing Detective Jode back to life, of course. What good will that do now?
But we promised! We promised Miss Lynn and Miss Camilla we'd save them.
And we can't do that without you, Detective Jode. I've been guided by fate tonight to this place. I won't give up now. Alright, fine. Let's show you where this leads up. Here we go, then. That's 4 minutes before your death. So, where are we headed?
We are not heading anywhere, Detective.
What?
There is only enough fuel on board to launch us away, Detective. We will run out soon, and that will be our destination, Detective.
What are you talking about? That would mean that you're trapped here too.
By the way, I am not human, Detective. I am a remote-controlled robot detective. What? Your country's use of technology, just playing off. We get the lot, detective. Why would you go through all this trouble to do this? That's nothing but a shell there. It's hardly a threat anymore. Commander Sith likes to provide against any possibility, no matter how small, detective. Possibility? What are you talking about? There is no need for you to know, detective. Now it is time to say goodbye, detective. In the end, your fate remains the same, it seems, detective. Camilla, forgive me. Woof, woof, woof. It isn't over yet.
It isn't?
Remember what that big masked man said? Any possibility, no matter how small. Possibility? In other words, there must be a chance here somewhere. Possibility of turning the situation around. Huh?
What is it, detective?
Look at Yamiel's shell.
There's
There's no aura emanating from his body. Of course there isn't. The Temsic fragment is gone.
Could this change in this shell give some kind of lead?
I figured it out. I know what this possibility, no matter small, is that they're afraid of.
What is it?
My time was perpetually stopped thanks to the power of Temsic. His body cycled between the moments that separated his life and death. Right, but not anymore. The Temsic fragment has been taken away. Exactly. So what does that mean?
I get it. Your body won't come back to life anymore.
The moment the Temsic fragment was removed, my shell became a regular corpse.
So, let's see. That means we can go back? Back to 4 minutes before your death? But, wait a minute. Exactly what is that death?
Well, that's simple. We'll find out. When we get there, let's move.
Jesus.
Oh my god, what's gonna happen now? I fell back through the cracks of time for what seemed like forever, and then I saw it. Final death at the end of this long night. Who exactly am I? I've already seen all the clues, and all I have to do now is remember. The final journey to the truth starts now. Okay. Yes, this is it. This should be the end, I think. Final chapter, yeah. When was Yamiel's death? It was 10 years ago when the Temsic meteorite fell. We traveled back through time, and now we're here, at the scene of that death. The start of it all is about to replay itself. Give it up. You really think you can outrun me? Now just calm down and drop that weapon. Stay back. If you come any closer, I'll shoot her. Oh? Oh, kitten. Shoot, you might get hurt. Are you okay? You're alright now. Are you hurt?
You saved me, mister.
I was just doing my job. Gods, they're the ones who saved you.
What's your job, mister?
Me? I'm a police detective. So that's Temsic meteorite, huh? It's beautiful looking at it from this angle. Change all of our fates completely. We can't stop Temsic from falling out of the sky. But we might be able to protect you from that fragment that saved your life. I don't know. What's the matter, Detective Jode? To be perfectly honest, I'm scared. That meteorite fragment doesn't get him. I'm pretty sure I would have shot him. You're not about to be able to change your fate of dying. I can accept that. What I did is inexcusable. No matter how the future might change, that fact will never go away. If my fate is to die here, then I accept that. This will be our last battle against fate. Beyond that will be a new future.
Okay, let's get started.
Now, how are we gonna save you? If Lynn would just wander off somewhere, that would solve everything. When her sweet potato's almost ready? Ha! You're not gonna budge from that spot. You know, it makes me wonder. Little girl all alone in the park listening to music and roasting a sweet potato. What kind of childhood does this girl have?
Doesn't everybody have at least one day in their life like that? Give her a break.
Anyway, if Lynn won't budge from that spot, we'll just have to have the fragment move instead.
What are you doing? You're going to hurt Miss Lynn's poor ears.
Sorry, I wasn't thinking. Really startled her. You even made her drop her sweet potato. I know how much this girl loves food, too. Anyway, at least her fate has been changed, albeit ever so slightly. That was kind of disappointing. Maybe the timing was a little off.
Miss Lynn says it's always better to be early than late.
But I better try it again. After fate change. Got the hint. Yeah, I don't know what's gonna happen, actually. So we're about to find out.
Oh, look at that. Oh, look at that. Sweet potato. That big, scary sweet potato.
That's not a sweet potato, that's Mino.
Oh, right, of course. But look at them. Potato and Mino. Right now they're both at the same shape.
So you're saying you can swap them, huh? Good idea, Missile.
Okay, here I go. I'm gonna need your help.
My help? Oh shit, I need to go back. I fucked up. Okay, I need to get into the sweet potato. Oop. Rock. That. Get into the sweet potato. That was quite a sight to see. Looks like this park just got a new feature.
But neither of them even glanced this way.
This is not surprising, seeing as even a meteorite didn't distract them. Hey, it's a desperate situation. Kill or be killed. And Yamiel is killed, right after this by the meteorite. Well, now that the park has a new feature, can we use it to our advantage in any way? It's no use, you can't get any water to come out.
Well, we can see why not.
Yeah, the overwhelming presence of Mino there. Well, we could use it to our advantage somehow. What can I do here? Ugh.
It's about time for that meteorite to come down.
Uh-oh, we have to change the fragment's path somehow. Looks like both paths and fates can be difficult things to change.
There has to be a way. If we work together, you and me, I thought we'd be able to do something.
Thought? That's funny. I wonder why he's using the past tense. Huh. Wait, I think I know. I think I fucked up somehow. Doubt we can move those two from that spot, which means we have to do something with the Timsic fragment instead.
That should be easy with our powers.
I think you're right, Missile. This is gonna be the grand finale. Yep, I know exactly what I have to do. I know exactly what I have to do. I think I do, at least. Yep, okay, so... You, go over here. You, rock the potato. Get into potato. Oh look, the lamppost is bended.
It hasn't broken yet.
It really is a wonder it hasn't snapped. Just might hold off for a little while longer. If I recall, the Temsic fragment smashed through the glass lantern on its way down. When Armanos is firmly in its way, the fate should change. Is this gonna work? this gonna work? Wait, hold on.
It's about time for that meteor to come down.
Don't worry, Missile. I think we're ready for it. Look what's right in the path of the fragment's path.
Oh, okay. A giant sweet potato. If anything can get in that way, that ugly monster can.
Ouch. Anyway, now the fragment's path ought to change. Did I do it? I think I did. Fragment landed. Blocks that.
There, how's that? Look, the fragment's course. It changed a little.
Now Yomiel's fate should really change. Wait a minute. Take another look at the fragment's trajectory. That has changed. What's in its path? In its path? No! Oh. Detective Jode! Detective Fragment shot through his leg. What? The cruel twists of fate weren't over yet. Come on, put it down. Huh? Jode, put the gun down now. If you don't, we're going to shoot him. I don't know if this is detective training or what. Even though he's shaking from the pain, the gun doesn't waver. Put the gun down! I knew it. This is my true fate. In the end, I stole his life away with my own hands.
I won't let that happen.
Missile. The bullet stopped in midair.
I'm here inside the bullet. Now let's swap it with something.
What? With what? Detective Jode, this meteorite fragment is what made you pull the trigger. We will let you become a murderer. We have to prove that murder isn't the detective's true fate. To do that, we have to stop this bullet. There should be something with the same shape as the bullet around here.
Yes, there is. It's a sweet potato.
Oh no. We stopped the bullet, but we still couldn't save him. That's not true. My fate of getting pierced through the back might have not changed, but I'm still alive. What? I'm not dead, I'm just unconscious. Okay, your fate as death has been changed, but still. This fate is just too painful to watch in every sense. I don't think so. As long as I'm alive, that's good enough for me. But we were overlooking one thing. The wheel of fate was still slowly turning. Wake up! You gotta get out of there! Damn it, my leg won't work!
It's all over. We're out of time. Miss Lynn.
It's not over yet.
There isn't anything to swap it with.
Why don't we just let it play out and try to find another way next time? Even if she dies, all you have to do is possess her corpse. And then you can redo her last 4 minutes as many times as it takes. No, I won't do that. Why not? Sure, the fact of her death would be erased, but her memory of it would remain, like a scar on her psyche. I won't let that happen. Not if I can help it.
But what can we do now? If we work together?
I think there might be something that can be done.
What is it? What can Sisla and I do?
Don't forget, I'm here too. The 3 kinds of powers among us. We ought to be able to fight this battle. This battle against the fate of death. Yamiel. Cecil, your power is manipulating objects. Use your power to manipulate this. Huh? I don't get it. Just trust me, let's go. Alright, I'll try to move it there. Now gather your strength and make it spray as if your life depended on it. I'm dead though. In that case, make it spray as your death depended on it. Give it your all. Remember, you only have a split second.
Got it.
Now it's your turn, Missile.
What? Me? Well, what can I do?
I think you know the answer to that.
Okay, got it.
You can swap them. That hunk of concrete will go back to its original position.
But even I swap them, it's still gonna be right above Miss Lynn.
Don't worry.
Okay, I'll do it. I'll swap them. It's no use. We can't stop that horrible Mino.
What can we do now? I don't see how getting a second or two helped. Oh, it helped, alright. Those few seconds were exactly what I needed. Last up, it's my turn. Your turn. You know what my power is, right? I can manipulate living creatures. Wait a minute, you mean... That's right. I'm gonna save that little girl. Save her by manipulating my own unconscious body. Ye gods. Ah, you're awake.
Hey, mister, is your knee okay?
Oh, it'll be fine. It's just a scrape. The ad strike again. Oh no, I'm sorry. I'll wait a little bit. No, that sucks. Oh my god, this game is so good. Hmm. God, I'm just... my brain. Oh my god. I don't... This game, man. How is this game that came out fucking forever ago so good, but yet it's literally a fucking roller coaster. Jesus Christ. I thought it was like purely comedy, but now they're freaking... No, it's really right. If you want to make somebody cry, you have to make them laugh first. It's genuinely like one of those situations where there's like... The best way to get somebody to have a memorable moment of like vulnerability and emotion is to have them laugh first before they cry. If you're constantly throwing them punches, they'll know to prepare for it, you know? And then, you know, it'll be less impactful when like these moments actually hit. But like if you're laughing the entire time, you're smiling, you're having a great time with everybody, and all of a sudden something like this happens, it's it breaks you. It makes you cry. It's genuinely how you... It's genuinely good writing. It's great. But let's keep going. Ads are over. Uh, oh, it'll be fine. It's just a scrape. I'm lucky it wasn't a fatal hit, but the main thing is that you're not hurt.
You save me, mister?
I was just doing my job. The gods, they're the ones who saved you.
What's your job, mister?
Me? I'm a police detective. Do you think you could go call the police for me? I think you could do it quicker than I could.
But, what's that?
This is a detective's badge. We'll give them the children have been very brave.
A detective's badge?
Okay, you know what to do, little detective. Makes sense why the story coach Shu Takami wrote this game. He's the one who created, what's it called? Ace Attorney, right? Are you alive? Yeah, sadly. Hang on, help is coming. What made you do such a reckless thing? To be perfectly honest, I don't really know. When I came to, my body was already moving by itself. It was as somebody else was controlling me. I see. But, you know, I'm glad it happened.
Hey, mister. I found this kitten. It was over there.
Come to think of it, saw it a few minutes ago. It's probably a stray.
It's kind of limp. Is it okay?
I don't know. I think it's unconscious. It's funny. Doesn't look like it's injured or anything.
Poor little kitty.
How about if I take you to my house and look after it? Would you like to come home with me, little kitten? Well, looks like his fate just changed in a big way. Whose fate? My kitten's, of course. Sissel's. Sissel? The name Sissel echoes in my head. That's my real name. These long, lonely 10 years. You are my one and only friend. How about it? Do you remember now? Old friend. Oh, God. I guess we were a cat, but still doesn't hurt any less. I think I finally remember. 10 years ago, I was a little kitten that wandered into the park. I was weak and all alone in the world. Oh. I've never been a cat in my life. Please, somebody please look at me. Somebody please reach a hand out to me. I had only just died at the time. I had lost everything, my life, my memory. My body wouldn't move anymore, but I still managed to reach out a hand to him. The next thing I knew, my soul had transferred to the black kitten. With no recollection of who I was. I lived as a cat with you for a while. After a while, the man regained his memory. I went back to being just a cat, and then the man got his body back. I took my body back from the morgue. There was somebody I just had to go see. Just one more time. I took control of my body and hurried to her house. But I was just a little too late. I just missed her as she left this world. She left me a note that said, "I'm coming to you, Yamiel." The man named me Sissel. It was the name of something important he had lost along with his life. His fiancée. He told me about it once, but I didn't understand what it was. Those 10 years were very happy for me, but they weren't happy for the man. There was nothing I could do for him. For 10 years, I wandered through the darkness with no particular place to go. As time passed, my powers gradually changed. At first, I could only manipulate small creatures and objects. But then after a while, I could manipulate people. That's when the darkness inside me deepened and I started to get a little twisted. I wanted light. Distorted, artificial light. When I got my revenge on Lynn, I would see that light, or at least that's what I tried to believe. I left my old self buried in that junkyard and walked away. The Black Cat. I was possessing Sissel then. It wouldn't look very much like a murder if the corpse got up and walked away, after all. So you borrowed your body of your old friend. Sissel was inside that bag I was carrying tonight. I had no intention of leaving my friend behind in the country when I left. Then, when I go possess his body, I realized something horrible. What was that? Sissel, there inside that bag, was dead. What? I wasn't able to control her completely. The first bullet didn't hit anything, or so I thought. But it did hit something, didn't it? It hit Sissel inside that bag. Yes, that's when I lost my life. Right there in the presence of the Temsig radiation. And that's when I got my powers of the dead, like ghost tricks. I think I understand it now. Why I was the only one who couldn't get my memory back. It was because I thought that corpse was me. It was the only corpse I could see at the time, after all. But as it turns out, it wasn't the only dead body. My true death was hiding just behind that corpse. Oh my god. Now think about it. Do you remember what you said? That you knew all along about me saving Lynn tonight? If you knew, why didn't you try to stop me? It's simple. Because I couldn't, even if I wanted to. Huh? Why not? Remember the thing about individual differences in the powers we get? I can control all kinds of things, from living to the dead. But even so, there are some things that you can do that I can't. You mean? I can't even rewind time, let alone change the fate of a death. If I could do those things, I would have saved your life. Not only that, but I would never just let my fiancé stay dead like that. But you're here 10 years in the past now! That's thanks to your powers. I just tagged along with you. In any case, now the starting point of this entire tragedy has changed dramatically, altering fate. The fate of your death, the kitten Sissel's fate. I could just bet you the fate of the woman you love just changed too. Yeah, I believe you're right. So, this was the last fate to be averted, huh? So, Yamil,
Looks like your plan for revenge ended in failure. Yeah, and I'm glad too.
I think I kind of understand now what you've been feeling those 10 years. She understood. She shed tears for me. That's why my revenge was over. She saved me from the darkness. Ugh. Well, I guess it's time we got back. A new 10 years later was just born.
Right. We should get back to our new present.
I can't wait to see Miss Lenny and Miss Camilla again.
So these past 10 years will now all vanish. Well, not completely. The memories of all of us here will remain, including the memory of what I did, my crime. That's the way this game of the dead works, huh? No matter what the reason. There's no denying the fact that I took Lynn hostage and tried to point a gun at her. I have no intention of running away from that either. The most unexcusable crime in my new life. Hey, Sissel. Yeah? When we go back, our fates will no longer be interconnected. It'll be like we never met. So, before that happens, I just want to say one thing. Tonight, I stole away your life with my own hands. I'm truly sorry. That's already a thing of the lost past. Our fates have changed, right? Mew? Crying over a fucking cat. Thank you, Sissel. So very glad I met you. Me too, Yamiel.
Sissel? Are we ever going to see each other again? I couldn't stand it if we weren't.
Don't worry, Mizzle. I bet we'll see each other again someday. 10 years from now, our paths are sure to cross. We'll just have to wait until then.
Sissel, I'll never forget you.
I'll never forget you either, valiant little doggy. Well, looks like you come to live with me now. So let's be getting home, little black cat. Home, huh? That sounds good, Detective Jode. We all witnessed the birth of a new beginning, and now we're each going back to our new present. We said goodbye to the parts of the stories that would be lost, believing that someday our paths would all cross again. Oh, God. Wait. Before we go back to a new present, I wanted to thank you. The lamp. Before I cease to exist. Oh, it's you! Yes, it's I, Ray, in case you have forgotten again. Thanks to you, everything's turned out as I hoped. I'm really grateful to you, Sissel. Thank you. But don't forget, I was only on a journey to find my lost memory. Yeah, I know that. I know all about you. Can I ask you a question, Ray? I want to know, who exactly are you? Fair enough. I'll tell you. Let me tell you about another version of tonight's events. You changed the fate of many people tonight. The first of which was hers. If you had not been there for her tonight, her fate would have been to die in that lonely spot on the outskirts of town. If that occurred, what do you suppose would have happened? Let me tell you a story. The story of a little creature. After they stole her life that night, they broke into her apartment. They stole the wooden box from the ceiling hiding place and left. And in the process, 2 little dead bodies were left behind. However, the little fellow's spirit lived on. He desperately reached out his paw to touch his mistress. And that's when a miracle occurred. What? Look at that! The powers of the dead, but how? He didn't really understand it himself. Not yet, anyway. But with all you know now, I bet you understand, do you not?
Hey, wait a minute.
That's right. He died inside the aura of that strange energy. But unfortunately, with his meager powers, he was unable to save his little mistress. There just wasn't anything he could do with only the power to swap objects. He needed the power to manipulate objects in order to save the little lady. The little fellow chased after the men, but there still wasn't anything he could do. In the end, he was left behind with the man in red in the deep, deep sea. And then he went back. He went back to the world of 10 years before, to the moment of the man in red's death. What? He decided to wait it out. He decided to wait until that night came again. And that's when the other version of the story... And that's the other version of the story of this night. A story that has taken these 10 years to be retold. So that was you, huh? Missile.
That's right.
I'm Missile. 10 years is a very long time in dog years. You couldn't change the fates of these people on your own, so I just had to wait those 10 years out. Exactly, and then at last, the fateful night rolled around again. By this time, I had grown old and my powers were weak. So I decided I need to find somebody to help me this time around. Somebody who possessed different powers than me.
But wait a second. You were able to manipulate that desk lamp.
Over the course of long years, my powers changed. My ability to swap objects weakened. I was able to manipulate solid objects.
But in that case, why didn't you cooperate with yourself?
Because I couldn't.
Huh?
From watching the man in red, I found out there were individual differences in our powers. I couldn't do any of the things he could do. I traveled through the telephone lines, for example.
What?
It may not seem like much, but it's a very important power. Especially if you're trying to chase somebody. There's something I don't understand. You knew from the very beginning that I had that power. How did you know so much about me? Why wouldn't I? After all, we had met before on that night, the first time around.
We what? We met before?
From listening to the conversation of the 2 intruders to the apartment, I learned that Miss Lynn had lost her life in the junkyard at the edge of town. I followed the Ghost World passage to the junkyard and came upon an incredible scene. Imagine, if you will, there in the darkness a twisting and swiveling desk lamp. I made my first stand on end, I can tell you.
That was me?
So I was shot on the night the first time around as well. You had lost your memory that time too. You had just died and you felt confused. You declined to cooperate with me.
I did what?
just want to find my own lost memory. I'm sorry, but I can't help you. That's what you said. And then you disappeared. Away over the telephone line. I'm really sorry I didn't help you. That's why I decided that this time, I would use that desire of yours to our mutual advantage. Mutual advantage? The only thing you were interested in finding was your own lost memory. If I could guide you along that right path to doing that, we would both benefit. Namely, the right path would be the path to the man in red, to Yamiel. What? I gave you the information you needed to know to set you in the right direction. Then I gave you a time limit. A time limit? That's right. As you know, I said you only had until tomorrow morning. If I hadn't done that, you wouldn't have found the truth out tonight. And the man in red would have been sealed away in the bottom of the sea forever. If that had happened, it would have all been over. Then, you mean, the thing about ceasing to exist? Oh, that? Completely made up. Little naughty of me, I know. But I just wanted you to use your time wisely. Oh boy. Hate to admit it, but this little doggy really outsmarted me in every way. Let's just call it the wisdom that comes with age. Now it's time to say farewell. These past 10 years will cease to exist, and with them, so will I. Missile, I believed in you. I always knew you could do it. So you did. Thank you. And thank you from the bottom of my heart. Missile. So you waited and waited those 10 long years. All for the sake of your two ladies, Lynn and Camilla, huh? Of course. Because that's what doggies do. Now then, farewell, Sissel. Ugh. And so the story of a single night came to an end. Nobody knew what but us knew what happened. I made my way back to the new present. Oh, fuck. Huh? How come it's dark? I'll just turn on the lights here. Eh, were you surprised? You bet I was. You nearly scared me to death. Yippee! It worked! But it's not even my birthday today. It was my mom's birthday the days before yesterday. I made the surprise for her, but it came out so well I wanted to use it again. That's alright, Lynn. After all, we're celebrating the birth of your new position as detective, right? Really? Thank you, Detective Jode. Dad, you're home! Ah, Camilla, let me introduce you. This is Lynn. He was just assigned to the Detective Division today. Hi, Camilla. It's nice to meet you. Nice to meet you too, Lynn. Congratulations on becoming a detective. Huh? Is something wrong? You have one of those badges too? Oh, this? Yeah. I have one just like it. My dad gave it to me the other day. Yours looks like a lot older than mine, though. How long are you gonna keep wearing that toy badge, Lynn? What's wrong with it? To me, this is a symbol of a real detective. Been 10 years since then, hasn't it? Who would have guessed you'd actually become a detective one day? When you gave me this badge, I just knew. I knew it was my destiny somehow. Destiny, huh? And now that I'm a detective, I'll find out where the destiny will lead me. That you will, that you will.
Oh, hello. Don't tell me you're that same little kitten.
That's right, the very one.
You know what? This is a very, very special cat. He's 10 years old, but he's still a kitten.
Still a kitten.
Yep, he never got any bigger or anything. Wow, what a mysterious little fellow. I know, right? His name is Sissel. Sissel.
Huh. It seems to me I've heard that name somewhere before.
I think Sissel likes you, Lynn.
Oh my god, she's alive.
Alright, everyone, let's start the celebration. Okay, Mom.
I bet you're just like me. Your destiny led you here somehow, too. And so we meet again, Sissel. From just that single night as a human, I got a glimpse into their world and I learned something. Their fates, their lives, they were all interconnected. Somewhere, somehow, in some way. And now, this is my new fate. I guess I really am a cat. It suits me just fine to curl up and watch the strange and beautiful patterns of their lives that they unfold. And it looks like plenty to watch here for quite a while. Oh my god. It's Missile! Happy birthday to our lovely Lynn. Like I said, it isn't my birthday. I'm not gonna skip them.
Hey, Missile, I thought I asked you to stay home and guard the fort.
But birthdays are for celebrating together with friends and loved ones. Nothing like it, baby. There, how do you like that? Not bad, huh? But definitely not good. Maybe now I could be a great detective just like Inspector Cabanela. What kind of example is the Inspector providing for his men?
Here's a few, gentlemen.
Memory, what are you doing? What are you doing here?
I heard you were going to be picking new members for the Special Investigation Unit today.
So you took on a part-time job here again? Just so you could eavesdrop?
Oh, you have no idea the lengths I go to reach my goals.
This is gonna be a test of me remembering all the voices I did. La 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 la, I've never cooked this way before, so exotic! Turmeric, coriander, cumin, and fenugreek, curry chicken, and blah blah blah.
Is this really necessary, this new curry chicken menu item?
Oh, but the very best customer requested it. Now good luck with the taste testing.
Oh boy, I don't think I could eat another bite. Just who exactly is this very best customer anyway?
Ugh, seeing him again too soon. Can't believe I cried over this game. Are you sure we really need all these explosives?
Not to worry, Beauty, my dear. I followed the instructions exactly. 20 kilograms of gunpowder, just like it said.
Wait a minute, 20 kilograms? I thought it was 20 grams. $20 kilos of freaking gunpowder. That's a lot. Oh my god.
So this is where you work, huh, Papa?
That's right, sweetheart. Darling husband, don't you have any ideas all you could give me? You must have had some juicy stories. The indiscretions of a minister, perhaps? No, no. Must you talk that way in front of our darling angel? Here's to the stodgy mind of my darling husband. Guess not everyone gets a good end. There's nothing left of them after that. 20 kilos of gunpowder? No, they're gone. Yeah, that's bad.
This deal is going quite well. Oh, I must say, these grapes are quite good, my good man.
So you know it is about to scrape the bottom of the sea, sir. He forewarned, sir.
Egad! Keep it together, man. Are you trying to give me the case of the vapors? I believe I nearly died of fright just now.
The pigeons.
Love, peace, and pigeons. Long live rock and roll!
He's still in his prison jammies, though. Stop the park from changing admission. Protect the rights of those who live here.
You lost your head, my good man.
It's him doing the dance. Today's the day, you know. He's finally getting out. You know, everyone's starting to get real tired of seeing you do... You know... Oh, wait. Then let me show you a new dance that has been passed down in our family for generations. We do this when we have a stomachache. We call it Dance Away the Pain. Oh, I'm real interested in that one. Think you could show it to me next week? You got it! "10 long years, Yomiel. Your time's up today. The young lady who always comes to visit you is waiting outside." Thank you, Cecil.
That was a good game. That was a great game. That was an amazing game. I love that game. I see why everyone talks about it so just lovingly. Oh god. I thought it was just because of the gameplay and like how it was so funny and like the all that stuff. No, it's got a great story too. Oh god. You got it all. You got to see it all. Yeah. Yeah, as I was saying before, it really like the best way to make someone cry is to make them laugh first. The best way to do storytelling, if you want to have a very like strong scene that really like has some emotional weight and like hits it where it hurts, basically. The best thing you can do really is make them laugh. Make them laugh first. Get them invested in the characters and, you know, make them fall in love with everything. Make them like understand the relationships and everything. And then make it hurt. And then bring the tears. I have 3 cats and all 3 of them black cats. I hope one of them is named Sissel. If I ever get a Pomeranian, I'm gonna name mine Missile. Oh, God. You wouldn't think a game like this would make you cry. You wouldn't really think it, would you? It's one of those, like, it's literally like a sleeper hit. It literally just, like, punches you in the face. What you just, like, it sits you down, gives you a warm glass of milk after a long day, tucks you into bed at night, and then as soon as you're, like, about to close your eyes, they fucking start beating you. They start beating you up. That's what it felt like. Oh, God. That was good. That was really good. I see how, yeah, I see it. This is one of my favorite games now. 100%. I can 100% see why people love this game and why they like sing its praises all the time. That was just an amazing game. Sadly, I'm sad to say I'm sad to see it go. Honestly, I'm sad that it's going away. I'm sad that we're never gonna play this game again. Because once you play the game once, it's like you know what's gonna happen. Maybe I'll play like a while later, like a year down the line, see if it hits the same, see if I still cry. But probably not. But Jesus Christ, that was such an amazing game. I had such a great time with it. So we're actually gonna go. I know who exactly we're gonna raid. I'm pretty sure. Yep. They literally lower your defenses first. They literally like debuff you and then they hit you hard with a tank buster. All right. I'm gonna send you guys off to Hiraki Yu, who is with Aqua. Okay, yeah, we're gonna go raid Hiraki Yu. Our raid message is gonna be, it's Missile. Or yep, this is gonna be our raid message. If you guys don't have the emote, use your channel points to get any emote that you want. Have it for 24 hours. If you don't have my emotes and you don't want to sub, feel free to use any emote that you have access to. Thank you guys so very much for sticking around with me for this entire journey. It has been so fun, and I can't wait to play a new game with you guys when I come back from Japan. I'm gonna stream Japanese learning tomorrow. VR, what's it called? VR Lethal Company on Sunday, and then I will be taking off 2 weeks because I will be in Japan. So I'll see you guys again in April. I love you guys. See you guys again, whatever. Okay. Good night, sweet dreams, and have a wonderful evening.